I'm hoping that someone on the other side can help me with this problem I have. The problem I have is I struggle to, because I desire a certain thing that's in I call it the garden of my heart. And I desire a certain thing that I ask God for. I pray to God for this thing. I pray to the Messiah. That's his real name, the Messiah. The Messiah is God. And I struggle with the Messiah, or God as he's called. God's real name is the Messiah. I get the stuff confused, but I do make the honest attempt. Yeah, the Messiah, his name is, that God is, his real name is Yah. So that's his real name, Yah. And the name of his son is Yeshua. Yeshua is the Messiah. The one they call Jesus Christ. Well, his real name is Yeshua because that's Jewish. It's all Jewish, but okay. And so, anyways, like that's kind of beside the point. But what I really am hoping is that there's someone on the other side who can please help me with this problem if they can. Please help me in the best they can. If you know scripture, if you really know your scriptures well, and like Christian or someone that has strong faith, I'm hoping someone there on the other side is able to help me with this problem. So, okay, now I better explain what the problem is. You see, I desire a certain thing from God. And I even pray that God will grant me this thing. And for some reason, I think it's not God's will for me. I think it's a desire that is in my own heart. But I heard that, that not every desire is your own desire. Some desires, God planted them in your heart. And so in my case, perhaps God did plant this desire in my heart, but it really bewilders me. Fabric glasses or something, fabric gases. It bewilders me, it blows my mind, it's mind-boggling to me. It's just something that it kind of haunts me. And it kind of flabbergasts me, bewilders me out. What's the other thing? It's mind-boggling. It's just bewildering. It just blows my mind. And that's really what that does, because here I'm thinking that it's probably my desire, but then they spoke to other people and they said, it may not be your desire. It may be a desire that God planted in your heart. Well, I don't know how it got there. Well, there is a desire of my own desire, or whether God planted that desire there. And I even asked God in prayer. I asked him in prayer, I says, is this your will for me, Lord? And he doesn't tell me. I wish you would tell me, but he doesn't tell me. But I do have this desire in my heart, and I like to make sure that it's not my own desire, but it's God planted this desire in my heart, and I'd like to know for sure. I'd like to know for sure. There's probably no way of knowing for sure, but if there is a way of knowing for sure, I sure would like to know, is this my own desire, or is this a desire that God planted into my heart? Did He plant this desire in my heart? Either way, I do desire it. I just don't know where it came from. Is this a desire of my own heart, or is this a desire that God planted into my heart? Did God plant this desire in my heart, or is this my own desire? And I really would like to know. I really would like to know, is this really God's will for me? Or is this something I just desire on my own? I really am very puzzled and worried. I would really like it if God were to tell me either way that this is my desire or it's not my desire, but this is His desire that He planted in my heart. Did He plant this desire in my heart? And I'm really hoping and praying that the Most High, the Most High God, the Most High God of heaven, the Most High, are really hoping and praying to Him that He's gonna speak to my heart and tell me, did He plant this desire in my heart, or is this my own desire? I would really like to know. I do know that I really, really love that desire. I really love that desire. And perhaps I can kind of say what this desire is. I mean, it is kind of a personal desire, but I don't think it's that personal that they could not tell anyone. See, I desire to have a wife of my own and my own two biological sons and my own two biological daughters. So I would like to have a wife of my own wife. Plus, I would like to have two biological sons and two biological daughters. I would like to have that. Now, I don't know if it's my own desire, or did God plant this desire in my heart. You see, it means I desire to have my own wife, my own two biological sons, my own two biological daughters. And I desire that. I desire to have a wife of my own. And to have a wife of my own and two biological sons and two biological daughters of my own, which, and I was singing. I sat up in bed and I was singing that what's the greatest gift you can give, and that's the gift of life. Making the lives of your own sons and daughters, making their lives, giving them the gift of life and the gift of love. And what gift is greater than being able to give them the gift of life and the gift of love? You make them, you make, like I would make my sons and daughters. I would make them, give them their lives, their lives, and I would be giving them the gift of life, and not only the gift of life, but even the gift of love. I mean, when you do that, they see even the gift of love. And so, creating and making human beings and giving them the gift of love, giving them the gift of life. And I don't know if this is my own desire or if this is a desire that God put in my heart. I read scripture verses and I was singing, how do you love God? You love God by loving others and giving the gift of life to children, giving them the gift of life, the gift of love. And that's how I can love God. I mean, I can love God that way. I know that. And there's a passage that where Christ is saying, suffer not the children, let them come to me, because anyone who welcomes the children welcomes me. And so I desire to have 2 sons and 2 daughters of my own biological. I desire to have 2 biological sons, 2 biological daughters of my own. And there's other scripture verses that, and I'd like to have my own wife. I'd like to have my own wife, and my own 2 biological sons, my own 2 biological daughters. And Christ says, whoever welcomes his children welcomes me. And here I would be making their lives and making children, bringing them into this world, giving them not only the gift of life, but even the gift of love. Christ did say, whoever welcomes the children welcomes me. And God, he said that the way you can love God is when you love others. So when I make my own biological sons, my own biological daughters, and I would like to do that, then when I love the biological sons and biological daughters that I would make, I would love them, plus by loving my children, I would be loving God. I would be loving God, because that's how you love God, by loving others. It's by loving others that you love God. I mean, God says, if you want to love me, you must love others. You must love others if you want to love me. That's what God says. So I just wonder, is this, it sounds like it could be, but I'd like to really know this for sure. I know I would like to have a wife. I know I would like to have 2 sons, 2 daughters. I know I would like to have all that. I know I'd like to have 2 biological sons. I know I'd like to have 2 biological daughters of my own. I know I'd like to have a wife of my own. I know I would like to have those things. And I have that desire. But how did that desire get in my heart? Is this my own desire? Or is this a desire that God planted into the garden of my heart? And please, it would be very appreciated if someone could tell me what's what.